Andrew Meieran, and I am an entrepreneur, nightlife developer. I've been involved with the revitalization and the reimagination of the historic structures and the historic identity of downtown Los Angeles. I was always obsessed, and I have no idea where it came from exactly, but I was always obsessed with history. I grew up in San Francisco, but my grandparents lived in Los Angeles, and my grandfather worked in downtown Los Angeles, actually. I would think of all the amazing architecture and the history and the wonder that's here. Downtown Los Angeles is the single most intact area of historic resources and historic structures in the country. At the Edison in particular, we've developed a bit of a following. It's an eclectic group of people, and one of the things that's most remarkable about it is it doesn't fit a specific demographic. People walk down the stairs here and are suddenly reminded that Los Angeles does have a history before the 1950s, before the 1960s, before the 1970s. We celebrate the era of invention and exploration, and part of that is the invention of the moving picture. So we show the historic films and a lot of the avant-garde stuff. Some of the other things that we do down in the Edison, we like to bring back some of the historic nightlife. And a lot of it is cabaret, a lot of it is burlesque, a lot of it is old vaudevillian skits, and not necessarily comedy, but it's the idea of the intrigue of entertainment. We were lucky enough to have events as we were opening up that included bringing people like Ray Bradbury through, people like Roy Disney come through, Tippi Hedren talking about the birds. We were part of helping pioneer bringing back the classic cocktail and mixology programs, and allowing people to both take the classics of cocktails and combine that with a little bit of the modern palate and with a little bit of creativity. There was this rich culture of the cocktail, and it's not just a combination of it tastes good, it's a combination of where it came from and the era that it was invented and the people who enjoyed it also in the past and whose favorite drink it was, and that's a lot of fun. Some of the wonderful parts about downtown Los Angeles is that it affords you the ability to have a walking city. I can actually walk to an area and I can go to places like the Association or Varnish or Kohl's. Some of the places that I love down here, I love a combination of the history, and I can walk past the Bradbury building, which is one of my favorite architectural jewels, and then you can walk to Grand Central Market, where you have a wonderful experience, and then you can go up Angel's Flight, which is a historic 1910 era, or late Victorian originally, and restored in 1910, trolley system. It allows you this wonderful experience to be a part of living history and take history as sort of the backdrop for your experience. The current biggest project right now is the restoration of Clifton's cafeteria. But it was really the heart of downtown Los Angeles. It was a beacon to the street. It was built during the Depression when people were very, very dark and where people didn't know what was going to happen. And here you had a place that was exuberant and fun and wonderful and glowing and inviting. And that's what it will be again for Broadway. You have all of these rather remarkable events that took place in history that are peppered through downtown, and I would invite everybody to actually go search them out, and the more you learn, the more intriguing it is. And what's wonderful about downtown is there's more that's there to be found.